listening to the sultry sounds of Trilogy Productions.
Yes, we are here. We're here. We're here. We got here. Welcome, everybody. I am VA Verse. Across from me is my eloquent, lovely, loving, beautiful wife, Z.
Hi, guys. And you are listening to For Better or Worse. You know, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Since we did a podcast.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute. That's why I came in hot. Like, we here. We here.
Yeah, because I wasn't even ready. I thought it was going to do the
was
music.
ready.
I know, but I didn't know. I thought she was going to sit and do the music for a minute.
We gotta fix the headphone situation. I just had to replace the cord for this headphone, the one we do got, because the cord is now has a short in it because the kids.
I'm sure knows your turn.
Well, we need to just, I don't know. They need to be a ban from headphone usage, period. Because they're the reason why.
Didn't we have the last podcast we had?
Yeah.
He was talking about headphones.
Yeah.
Aaliyah is the headphone killer. Like, if Aaliyah gets some headphones, they're going to be a wrap. And if Boogie gets a charger, that's going to have a short in it.
Yeah.
Our kids just...
They're not that good with cords. Things that have cords to them. Yeah. Get Leah some Bluetooths.
But welcome, cousins.
Welcome,
like we said, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah, it's been hot. It's been a hot minute. And it's been hot in Arizona.
Man, hot as balls. Sweating up a storm.
Like
you know, every year I keep being like, why in the fuck do I live here? Every single year. It don't make no sense. It's ridiculously hot. So, but we want to backtrack on a couple of things because we were not here for Father's Day.
Right.
It's almost July. It's almost here. And we talking about Father's Day.
That's right.
Don't make no sense.
Well, we're going to breeze through it.
So how was your Father's Day?
My Father's Day was wonderful. To start off, the week before Father's Day, my beautiful, eloquent, lovely wife, she took me to get a new tattoo.
Yes, it was a surprise.
It was a surprise, and I was 100% surprised when she told me it. Because I tried to guess. Like, I tried my hardest to guess what it was.
Yeah, let's set the scene. So, one day, because, you know, I am a queen of all surprises for this guy. So one day, I just wanted to do something good or great for him. And he's always like, oh, I don't have a tattoo, blah, blah, blah. He has one, which is my name. And I had one, which was his name. We got it at 2 different times. And then I ended up getting another one in August. Me and my brother got a sibling tattoo. Mm-hmm. And so he was all like, you have 2 and I have 1. Mm-hmm. So I know if I left it up to Verse, he would never get the tattoo ever. He wants a lot of tattoos, but we just prioritize, and we both tend to put the family first and what the other one needs and things like that. Or, you know, the money could be
and goals and stuff.
Yeah, too. Money could be spent for something else. So we never really do what we want to do. So it's okay. Trying to just figure out what he might want and when we will be able to do it. And then Father's Day was coming up, so I'm like, ooh, this is the perfect time. So,
Excuse me, that's perfect.
Oh. So I was thinking, like, okay, what kind of tattoo would he like? So I just kind of started picking his brain every now and again, try to do it subtly so he won't know what I was up to.
Right.
And so we have a tattoo guy. Shout out to Pete. I do not know the name of the tattoo place, but it's Pete, and he does tattoos in Arizona. Well, he is my, this is going to sound weird, this is my sister-in-law's sister-in-law's husband. Does that make sense? So, my brother's wife, it's her sister-in-law's husband. So
Okay, but I don't get it.
No, because so my brother's wife, her.
Okay, I get it. It's her sister's husband.
No.
Her sister's husband's sister.
No.
Husband.
It is no. It's my brother's.
Say the original thing again. Your sister-in-law.
My sister-in-law's sister-in-law. My husband. My sister-in-law. So it's my brother's wife. And her brother was married to a woman.
Oh, it's her brother. Okay.
Yes. But they didn't work out. But they had a son together. But anyway, so she still considers
she got remarried.
that woman her sister-in-law. Yes. But now that's her husband. Her new husband. Yes.
So let me ask you this question, though, just real quick, just to verify my thought process. Does your sister, if your brother marries, is Twyla your sister-in-law? Or is it just...
No, Sean's my sister-in-law.
Okay, but Twyla's not.
I mean, you could consider her family.
Because that's where I was. Because that's what confused me. I'm like, oh, her sister-in-law's husband would be her brother. Oh, she must mean her sister-in-law's sister. Like, because that, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway,
I don't know. Well, I mean, we raise the kids to be respectful, so they call her Auntie Twyla. Mm-hmm. So
semantics.
I mean, she's still family. I mean, we can't,
No, yeah. I'm talking about.
But I guess she wouldn't. Term. No, I guess I really didn't pay too much attention to that.
That's fam. I was talking in literal term.
But anyway, his name is Pete, and he did me and my brother's sibling tattoo. He also did.
Which I love y'all tattoo, by the way.
Appreciate it.
I
Thank
do love
you.
your tattoo.
One of the girls at work gonna say that it's gay that me and my brother got the tattoo. I wanted to slap her fucking face, but I was at work, so Anyway, people be childish. Anyway, we're not talking about that because I would hate to have to smack a bitch just to get mad about it all over again. Anyway, so he did our sibling tattoo, and then he also did my brother's panther tattoo that he has on the back of his neck. I think it's from a game or a show from back in the day. And then he also, I believe, did the superhero thing he has on his arm. It's like it's blocks of super, so it has like Spider-Man and all this. So it's basically a band.
He said he didn't do that. When I asked
Was it him? It may not have been him. I don't know. Anyway, so he did some of our tattoos before. Mm-hmm. So I have his number, and I just kind of texted him and was like, hey, do you think you can do my husband's tattoo? Blah, blah, blah. And so then he was like, what do you think you want? So Verse is a Zelda fan, or should I say a Link fan.
Legend of Zelda. I'm a Legend of Zelda fan.
Which, I don't know nothing about Legend of Zelda. I know Ray, which is my brother, he used to play it all the time, and it was just like a sleeping pill. I tried to watch it.
You feel like you're going to sleep talking about it.
Fell asleep. I know. It's just, it makes me tired. So I don't know anything about it. I just know that he'd be walking around and killing people with sword and little fairies and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so he was asking me questions that I didn't know the answer to. So I was kind of subtly asking you, what do you like? And I knew it was like a Triforce, and I kept calling it a trifecta, which I don't know why. And I was like, hey, it's this. And then I was looking at pictures and all this other stuff. So I ended up sending him a rough draft of maybe a picture that I thought he would like. So fast forward. So I was so excited. And I was like, okay, so I have a surprise for you. So the week before, I'm like, okay, I got the sitter, which is my mom. Hey, Mom. I got the sitter to watch the churn, which luckily they had like a fun-filled weekend. They had ended up having a cousin's weekend, and then the next day they were going to be with my mom, so they were just geeked anyway, so I didn't give a shit what we did. So I was like, okay, I got a surprise for you. So this guy is guessing and guessing and guessing.
I was dropping guesses.
What did you say? Are we gonna go skydiving?
Bungee jumping or some shit. I said.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you. So the day of, he's just full of guesses. And I really can't, well, I can, but I really don't like to keep secrets from Verse, even regardless of what it is, like, even if it's something for him. I don't like to do it. So I was like, okay. I was like, do you really want to know? Do you want to know what it is? So he was like, yes, no. I don't want to know. Yes, tell me. No, don't tell me. Yes.
What made me really want to know what it was, and this is why I guess bungee jumping, it was kind of a throw out there, but the reason I asked was because I had said something about smoking, and you was like, you might want to smoke as soon as we get to the crib, because what I'm going to take you to do, I don't know if you want to be high while you're doing that. And I was like, what do you mean? And you was like, well, I don't know how you're gonna react if you're high.
See, little punk
Look,
ass,
his slip.
every
You
single
see him
time.
slip when you tried to go around the corner?
He slip.
But you know, she was like, you know, you were like, I don't know how you're gonna, act if you're, high or whatever. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because me, I'm the type of person where I don't get too crazy when I get high. Like, being high kind of stabilizes me and kind of gets me in my right mind state. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not one of those people that get high and then they get crazy and then all type of stuff. So she's telling me, oh, you don't know how you're going to react. So I'm like, what the hell we going to be doing? I'm like, we bungee jumping? What the hell we going to do? I got your mic muted. You good. I'm like, so what are we going to do? Like, so then at that point in time, I was like super intrigued. I was like, I need to know what we're doing now because I need to know if I'm really if it's really going to phase me to be high. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's the thing. I suffer from anxiety. So I know, well, I'm just putting myself in your position. I'm just like, I don't know how I would be if, how I would react. So I'm just like, okay, I don't know if you react differently, if you freak out or whatever the case may be. So I was like, I just don't know how you're going to be. So then you're asking more questions. I'm just like, fuck it. You want me to tell you? I'm going to tell you. So then you was like, I don't know. And then you was fresh off of work from doing another podcast. And you was like, do we have time to shower? Should I shower? Should I wait? Do I have time to do this? Do I have time to do that? And I was like, okay. So I was like, well, you may want to shower. You may want to at least, wash your arms. That's what people, who get tattoos, they normally make sure that they're clean. And his face lit up like a Christmas tree. Just 1 second, because I'm about to bust Brett Smith's ass. Because I could have sworn I told her to get Zowski out of here, and then she'll sit there and dance in the middle of the floor.
And they hear,
ain't it? Long ass nails. Don't come back. No, we're in the middle of a podcast. Get out of here. You was coming. You passed your...
She turns around and says, my phone's right there.
Get out of here. Okay, guess who ain't gonna do the next podcast with us? Anyway.
Where you taking that soda?
Am I real?
No. Drink some and then put it down and then then go to your room.
We're gonna put a pause right there in the middle of the store. These kids been working on the fucking nerves this whole weekend. All you hear is doors slamming. You hear talking back. People ain't doing what they supposed to do. Brett Smith acted a goddamn fool in the store yesterday. Don't look at me like that. You did. And just
got something coming for you on the next episode.
And annoying and goddamn churn, and then Elba want to cry about every goddamn thing. Just ridiculous.
Woosah.
I'm just gonna need the Lord just to help me.
Pressure points, baby. Pressure points.
Okay. Anyway, back. I gotta find my happy place. 'Cause these churn, boy, I tell you, raising churn. Anybody tell me about this? See. Being fast
they did.
Lead to pregnancy.
They did tell
lead
us.
to damn churn.
They did tell us.
This is all your fault, being fast. You was being fast, trying to lay a dick down.
You was trying to tell me, you was like, I want your babies.
Are you fucking kidding me? Because ain't nobody say that. See, you being fast, talking about, you will have my baby. Me. Really? I should.
Don't you damn.
Some lying to the people. Anyways, moving forward. So I told him that his face lit up. So then we go home, we rush home so that we can shower and get ready to go. This guy jumps in the shower and then he goes directly to the computer and he's designing a tattoo. He's doing all this stuff. Now I'm still getting ready. I'm running from one room, to the other. Mm-hmm. Looking at the time. I'm like, Verse, it's almost time for us to go. We're going to miss our appointment. We got to go. Oh, okay. We ended up almost missing the appointment because he has to perfect this. He has to perfect that. He got to do this. He ain't got his shoes on. He ain't got this on. He ain't got his shirt on. Like, come on. So we had to end up rushing him out of the door. But yes, we did end up getting his tattoo. And the guy designed it exactly the way that he wanted it done.
So if you're familiar with The Legend of Zelda, there's a symbol that is predominant on the game called the Triforce. It's like 3 triangles. Well, yeah, it's like 4 triangles really. But it's like 3 triangles, and each one of the triangles means something. One triangle means strength, one means courage, one means wisdom. So yeah, I have a Triforce tatted on me now, it is from a video game. Yes, confirmed.
It's official.
Yes.
You know.
So,
But you're a Link fan.
But
so
fuck you if you judge me. I don't care.
Well, fuck them if they judge you anyways.
Yeah, man, that's you.
You are
hate
that
my tattoo
big
because
old
you ain't got power, courage, or wisdom, little bitch.
Ain't it? And they ain't got that ass, baby.
That's someone that has nothing to do with the Triforce.
Yes, but you swerved around in your chin. I got a glimpse of it. And I was like, God damn. But anyways, sorry. So it's been a long time. Don't roll your eyes. It's not embarrassing. It's love. It is so love. No, because I don't give a fuck. I love you and that big old Belusa back there. Like, that ass is amazing and it's wonderful.
This is an episode about Father's Day.
And my baby got a big old ass. Got a big old ass. Anyway, so I told him, don't look like that. So I told him that his gift was a two-parter because not only was I going to get him the tattoo, and then we ended up having to celebrate our anniversary a little bit late, so we ended up going to the restaurant that we love. It's called Wild Horse Buffet.
It's called Wandering Horse.
Yes,
we weren't necessarily celebrating our anniversary. We celebrated our anniversary, yes, but we were planning on going to dinner at that restaurant for our anniversary. However, certain things happened to where we couldn't at that moment, so that's why we ended up going later. But
yes, but we love to go to that.
Yes.
Restaurant, and even though I can't seem to get the name right because y'all know I'm bad with names. But we love it, so we ended up going there. So also there's this amazing artist that I know that I work with. Her name is Brandy, and if I had my phone, I'm gonna plug her. But she is amazing, and I tell her all the time. I don't know why in the F she works where we work because she is
such a great artist.
Yes, she does all her stuff from scratch, and I just don't understand it. But she was just like, that her art does not pay her bills, which I can dig that. But she does paintings, she does wood burning, she does bleach art. She can draw her ass off. She does shades. She does everything. Like, she is amazing. And on her Instagram, it is B as in boy, K as in kite, I-N-S as in Sam, Heart, Heart. And
what does it say? It's just letters, or doesn't say anything?
I don't know what it means.
Okay.
BKN's heart. I don't know. But she does a lot of fantasy stuff. Like, she's like one of those people who does Comic-Con. So she does a lot of Comic-Con stuff. She makes her own costumes. Everything she makes from scratch. Like, if you need the bow and arrows and the holster for the bow and arrows, and she makes all of that stuff. She makes the holster. She makes the bows. She customizes everything. Like, she's freaking amazing. So there was this painting that she did. It's like a whole, I want to say almost a whole wall-size painting of Link. And he's standing on some kind of mountain and overlooking whatever it is that he overlooked. Yeah. And it took her, I think she said, like 6 months to do it. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so do you think you could do, like a portrait for my husband? She's like, oh, yeah. So she started asking me all these damn questions. Oh, does he like the animated version? Does he like more of a real version? Does he like this in the game, or what's his favorite game? And does he like this? And I'm just like, Brandy, I don't fucking know.
Meanwhile, this how dumb niggas is. Simone is relaying all these questions to me, and I'm having zero suspicions at all. I'm just like, oh yeah, I like that game. Oh yeah, I like this one. I don't like that one. Oh yeah, nowhere in my mind was I like, wonder why she's asking me all these questions, right? About shit that she does not really give a fuck about.
And I never have asked you. 1 second.
What the hell?
Are you serious right now?
What the hell is going on with these kids? See,
don't nobody get loud like this until we say be quiet because we doing goddamn podcast.
Right, and then we try to do the podcast late at night when the kids is going to bed, but then we tired and we ain't got the energy to really put forth the...
I don't know. I think something is in the air because he's trying to be acting up all weekend.
Jeez.
Now, y'all know this is real. Because,
we like to record our podcast at home, and you guys can see that we are truly recording our podcast at home.
Yes. Okay. So,
get them some NyQuil next time.
We're not drugging the babies. So I went to her. So I'm asking Verse all this stuff, and so he's like, "No, I don't like the animated version. I like a more real version." And oh, do you like this, or what's your favorite game? Oh, I like this game. And then oh my gosh, what's the game that you told me?
Majora's Mask is my
so
favorite.
I told her, I was like, well, he said that he likes Majora's Mask. Now she sits diagonally from me, so if you're going down an aisle, I will sit in the front of the aisle. She sits behind me, but on the other side, so she's diagonal. So if I turn around, I can see her. So I tell her, and I'm messaging her because we're working or supposed to be, and I messaged her and I told her what it was, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" And I turn around and I look at her, she's like, "That's my favorite one too." And then she starts talking about it, and I'm just looking at her. If y'all, for an example, like when Woody on Toy Story, when he undid Buzz's helmet and he starts dying immediately because he thought it wasn't air on Earth. And so Woody's face is just kind of like, bro, you're not dying. Like, you're fine. That's how I was looking at her. I don't know and she was just talking to me about a whole bunch of, I don't know what the hell you're talking about right now. Like, I have no idea. But she was so excited. So I guess, y'all, I don't know, some kind of link connection. I don't know. So she's like, oh, that's cool. And I said, well, I don't know anything about this, so I'm giving you full artistic control. And so she was still trying to ask me questions. I was like, okay, I'm not trying to cuss you, but you will get cussed. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, do whatever I know that it's going to turn out amazing. She does amazing work. So I'm like, I already know that whatever you do, it's going to be great. So do it. The only thing I want you to do is put his name in it. That's it. So she's like, well, this doesn't help me. Like, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to give you something that you don't like. And I'm like, I know that anything that you make, I'm going to like. Yeah. So do your thing.
It was a great, wonderful picture. I love it.
So she called me. She actually texted me the day before, and she was like, let me get the name again. Make sure that I spell it right. And then she started asking me questions again. No. I know what you're trying to do. No. I said complete creative control. Mm-hmm. And so she just wanted to make sure that everything was great. But you did like it.
I did. I love it. I love it. The only thing, and this is not taking away from that I love it, and it's not taking away from how great the picture is. It was missing she'll know who I'm talking about. It was missing the Zora link from that game. She probably knows who I'm talking about. But the Zora link is like probably my like favorite transformation link on that game. But that doesn't take away from how great the fucking picture is. I love it so much because it has the Deku link.
Yeah,
and
but
it has
they don't
the
have
Gordon
your favorite link on it. Now I feel bad.
No.
What the hell is a Zora link?
The Zora link is the fish link that he transforms into on that game. But it doesn't matter though because I still love the picture. It's fucking amazing.
I'm telling her.
No, you can't tell her.
Snitching all up her skull. Watch when I tell her. She's going to be like, what? I did. And then she's going to feel bad.
But that doesn't make me... No. Look, see? This is why you can't tell women nothing. This is why you can't tell because you try to preference it by saying this zero takes away from how I feel about the picture.
Is it Zora link or Zora?
Zora.
Okay. Well...
But it's a great... It's a great, wonderful picture. It has like the Deku link in it, and it has, the human link, and then it has the Gordon link, and it's dope. And then the Gordon link has a bead necklace around his neck, and it has my name, has verse on it. It's pretty fucking dope. I love the picture. I hung it up in the hallway, and I hung it up diagonally,
which is weird. And
because I want people to look at it. You look at a diagonal picture because you be like, that's diagonal, and then you look at it, boom. I'm not gonna lie. I hung it up diagonally because I took a picture down, and when I went to go put it up,
the thing is too far.
Yeah, the nails were too far. So I'm lying, acting like it was purpose.
That you meant to do it and you didn't. Yeah, because I'm about to fix that because I can't take it. Every time I look at it, I want to fix it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, the nails are too far. I need to fix that because it's getting on my nerves. But yes, and we also got him some tools, and then I had to go out and get him his favorite. Yes, which my baby is more of a duct tape kind of guy. But he had this little miniature baby kit ass tool thing that he would always lose. He'd always lose it. Any other time we have screws and stuff, he knows where everything is. But as soon as he really, really needed
it was after years it started really getting lost. Like it would, like when we first got it for me, I would always have it handy. I would always have it in the same spot. Mm-hmm. But I think over the years of like using stuff, not putting it back in the thing, and then moving the thing, and then I think after years it just became like I lost all those little baby screwdrivers I had.
I know. And so I'm like, okay. And I would always hear him mad, yelling and complaining, well, screwdriver, get some screwdriver. God damn it, y'all mess with my screwdriver. Ain't nobody mess with your screwdriver. Ain't nobody touch your screwdriver but you. But you all blaming the churn. Try to act like it's them. So I was like, okay. So we went to the store. We made sure that we got him this nice, heavy, big tool kit so that he has all the tools and screwdrivers and bolts and nuts and all that stuff that he may need.
It's nice.
Whatever else comes in a little toolkit thing. And then we also, one day we were at Cold Stone and we were just, Father's Day was coming up. And so he was like, ooh, you see this cake? It looks really good. That looks like it will be a really good cake. Oh, okay. And I just looked at it. But inside, me and Leah had already huddled up and was like, Daddy said he wanted that cake. Okay, we'll get that cake. So I just went to go pick it up. So all of the things that he said that he liked, we just made sure that we got them for him and made sure that he felt special. And we did it weeks and weeks.
Hot shit.
No, because that's the thing. See, this is I like to lead by example. Okay, you are supposed to think about someone weeks and weeks or months ahead of time, not the day before, not the day of, not the let me see what they got at the store. No, you think of what someone may like. You listen to them all year long, and you put your plan in action. Like, okay, all right, last February, he said that he likes such and such. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So either I'm going to get him
Why you saying
a just because gift or, because I like to surprise you and I like to, I like your teeth and I like the way they look when you smile and you're happy and all that stuff. And I'm the queen of gift giving.
You might be the queen, here. But I know how to give gifts and I know how to.
And nobody say you didn't.
Yeah, but you looking at me like the day of.
Yes, because you and Brett Smith are very guilty of going out the day of or the night before, not even the day, the night before to go get some gifts.
When have I ever?
It's been plenty of Mother's Days.
When recently?
Like, it may not have been last Mother's Day, but the last 2 Mother's Days were not very good.
You know what though? Would you say I'm a better just cause gift giver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Planned holidays are not very good for you. Like Mother's Day is not very good. Like, because our birthdays are in the same month, about 5 days apart, we kind of coexist on that. We kind of just come together and be like, oh, okay, we're going to do this for our birthday. So I like the fact that we celebrate our birthdays together. I actually appreciate that a lot more. Christmas, you're okay, but I think we both agree that that's for the children. So we mainly get the kids every freaking thing that they want, which this year we are not. Oh my gosh. Santa went all out. He got them a big ass house, the dream house. He got them the fucking, what was the damn RV camper thing, this huge ass camper. He got them a hair salon and a barbecue pit and grocery store. What the fuck else? Am lamps. Extra kitchen. Like, them kids got a whole bunch of shit. That was a lot of shit. Like, when we started to help Santa and put them damn stickers on it, so 111 goddamn stickers that we had to help. But Santa's not doing that this year. And didn't we get Leary a kitchen? A whole kitchen because the other one got sun rotted out. So Santa went above and beyond. And he not going above and beyond this year. Like, they got a whole lot of... He got a whole lot of toys, and we're not doing that this year. We're going to have to figure it out. But anyway, so yes. So, Christmas time is mainly for the children. And then Easter time, even though it's about Resurrection Sunday, because, Jesus did. He rose on the 3rd day. Yes, he did. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I do like my Easter basket, even though I am 30 plus years old. I still get my Easter basket, even though this year I did not get one because me and the church celebrated Verse.
Oh, yeah.
And gave him his Easter basket.
Yeah, it was dope Easter basket too. In which you guys all partook in my candy. But
that's neither here nor there. I mean, all I'm saying is you took a little long to eat the candy. I didn't think you wanted it no more. And
you know how I am with sweet sometimes.
Exactly.
Like, sometimes I'll have like a super killer sweet tooth, and then like months I won't like eat no sweets.
A very long time. And now me and... Brett's man, we got the sweet tooth it's like that monkey on your back.
It's a lingering sweet tooth.
Yes. So, We are the eater of sweets, but Verse is the eater of our leftovers. Let us go to Chili's. And by the next morning, if you did not eat that food is gone.
You won't go eat it.
And then like maybe a day or two later, probably like the day after, I'd be like, where's my pasta? And then he has this I ate your food face. They'll be like, oh.
You wanted that?
I didn't think you wanted it. So yes. So I'm glad that you had a great Father's Day. That was my goal. I wanted you to feel special and loved because you do a lot with your gazillion podcasts and you work and you tear your body down for us on a daily basis and you fine. And I had to make sure that booty was, very, I wanted you to feel light so that, I can rub on your booty some more. I don't want you to be all upset and then your booty can't rub on it and stuff. So I just want to make sure that you felt, great. Yes, L Boogie.
You came to get the rag off the floor.
What is this? Why is your shirt wet?
I'm playing something.
You're playing something in your room with water.
You have water in your room?
You shouldn't have water in your room. Come around and say hello to the people and tell the people what you're doing. Come on. Say hello, people.
Hi.
So what are you in your bedroom doing, Lyri?
I'm playing with the dolls in the water.
What water are you playing with and why is it all over your dress?
The water that I use for the Price Dolls water bottles.
Mm-hmm. So you're playing with your LOL Surprise dolls and you're playing with water. Are you getting water everywhere?
This on the playhouse.
Can you go wipe that off, please?
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, we were just saying don't play with the toys. So
They got LOL Surprise. They got everything, man. Santa gonna sit his ass down this year. He is not. You know what? He don't even need to come to the house. He need to take he need to skip our house because Santa just did too much last year. Like for reals, them children got every single thing that they asked for. We not rich. I don't know how the hell Santa pulled that one out his ass, but he really did. He ain't coming. He ain't doing that this year. This year gonna be about us. But
you always say that.
I do.
You always say
because it's Christmas is my favorite holiday.
As soon as Christmas comes up, you're like, I gotta get the kids this.
Because I feel like less of a mom if I don't.
Why. You gotta stop feeding into that is the way that they program us to think that we are less of parents if we don't get kids every single thing in the store.
No, well, okay. Yes, I agree with that. And I do need to do better. However, I am a giving person in general. So now you have a whole loving holiday, the whole month of December. You know what? The day after Thanksgiving is just all about family and Christmas and you coming together and you watch the old Christmas movies and you do the Temptation songs and you decorate the house. It's about togetherness and family and memories. And maybe we should just do that for Christmas this year. Maybe we should just make some memories, go somewhere, do something, maybe do a Christmas trip or something. But I love that. Like soon as Thanksgiving is right around the corner, it's like you feel that it's something that warms your heart. Yeah. And this goes around me because I'm giving. I'm a giving person. I love giving on a daily. When I see homeless people, I give them food and you give them money when you have it, or so that's right up my alley. And I do it for you too. I give you whatever you want, whatever you need. You got it.
I normally don't want shit though.
But I mean, even on a daily basis, if you need a Swisher, if you need some beer, if you need,
I can use both of those things, actually.
We're moving forward anyways. But I'm glad that you.
Yes, and I want to thank you and the children as well for a wonderful Father's Day celebration. It was great. My cake. You guys partook in the cake too.
That cake was bomb as shit. I was like, man, he can pick out a cake, can he?
Yeah, the cake was great. I love my toolbox. I cracked it open, got that fresh new toolbox smell. Yeah, I love it. I can't wait just to work on some shit. I ain't got shit to work on.
Yes, when I bought it, the lady was like, oh, okay. She was like, this is for your husband. I was like, yeah. I was like, luckily nothing's broken. And she was like, well, don't be surprised if stuff just comes up broken that he gotta fix.
Some shit need to be tweaked
I was like,
around
I
here.
hope not.
Hell no. I mean, I don't look, I'm not one of those guys. Like, I'm not one of those guys that will go and try to fix some shit I don't know nothing about fixing.
Yeah, you're not a tinker
that's not
at
me.
all.
That sink is fucked up and I don't know what to do. Call the plumber.
See, that is definitely you. You're definitely a caller. Like, if the yard needs work, my baby is not going to go outside and push a lawnmower if he really don't have to. He's going to call some people and hire. My baby is a giver of jobs. He will give you a job. Like, if you want to come in here and you want to fix the TV, you got a job. If you want to come and you want to do the house work in the back, the yard work, you got a job. Like, he is not above.
I'll clean the crib. Like, it's just certain things that, you know, that tasks and stuff that we have that I know I don't have if I had the tools to do everything, then I'd do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had the right tools or the manpower to do certain things, then, you know, I would do it. But
you're not a go outside and sweat to do the yard work kind of person.
I mean, I'd be outside doing my job. But see, that's the thing too. I get paid to do it.
Exactly, you have an incentive.
Yeah, and some people would say, "Well, it's your yard. You know, you should be incentivized to have your." I'm not
incentivized.
I'm not. Is that not a word?
I don't know. I've never heard of it before.
I thought incentivized
it could
was
be
a
a
word.
And it could be.
Hey Google. Nah.
But yes, he will clean the fuck out of a house though. He will get up early.
Incentivized definition.
Am I not speaking? Turn your mic off or something. I'm trying to give you props. You know what? Fuck them damn props.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anyways, he will clean up the house. See, now my voice is all different now.
Yeah, it
He
is.
will clean up the house and he'll wake up early and be smelling like pine sol. And he don't do spirituals like your grandma and them used to do. You wake up to fucking trap music and pine sol.
Yeah, Sunday you liable to wake up to some trap music for real, some 50 Cent or some shit like that.
Yes, and then as soon as I wake up,
church comes on and we change the church.
We change it to Pastor Gray for the Relentless Church online, ROC. Woo, woo, woo. But yes, so I'm glad you had fun, babe.
I did. I had a wonderful Father's Day. It was great. And I appreciate all you guys did. I appreciate the love that you guys showed me. I can say for sure that I am never lacking in the love department when it comes to Father's Day. I always feel appreciated on Father's Day. I love you guys for it.
Because I'm not a mother and a father,
That's
okay?
right.
Even when we wasn't together, you did not lack for anything. And neither did I. Except for that one Christmas, I didn't get nothing.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that then.
What?
As we approach 40 minutes in this episode, let's talk about that for a little bit then. That mind state. How do you feel about that mind state?
Well, being a mother and a father.
Yeah. Oh, let's say the scenario is that the father is completely not there. He's completely absent. I mean, what am I saying? Physically and financially.
I mean, I could understand why some women will feel that way. I think, to me personally, I feel like it depends on if you raising boys or girls. That if you feel like a mother and a father. And I say that because people may not know, we broke up before. We broke up twice. That when we had children and you were not in the house and you were not, you came and got the kids and, but at one point in time you moved out completely. You had your own place and I stayed at the house and we were just co-parenting. And we have girls though. So for me, I feel like that you were still around and you were still present, not only because you did get the girls every other week or on your week, or on your weekend, should I say. But, I have girls that I have to feel like I have to tell them stuff. You have to tell them about the menstrual cycle. I have to tell them about staying clean and their parts got parts and their parts got inner parts. And then you got underarms and hair and just different things that you have to talk to them about. And then you have to do their hair and things like that. It's different because I'm a woman and I'm raising up queens. So I can relate to them. And, I don't feel like a mother and a father. I feel like a mother because I'm raising my girls. Now, it's different if I had a boy and you were completely absent. Because I was talking to a person at work the other day and I just asked him, I was like, you a difficult ass person. And I just don't understand.
You told me that.
Like what the fuck? he just thinks differently. And to me, I can't figure him out. I can't put him in a box. So it bothers me because I'm just like, every time I think I have him figured out, he switch up on me. And I just be like, you get on my fucking nerves. Like, just ridiculous. Like, when you think you got somebody stumped and you be like, oh, well, such and such, and you think you got them, and then they just take you completely left field, and you just be like, how the fuck you even come up with that shit? Like, what the fuck? But anyway, so I was talking to him, and we was talking about something, I guess, as children, and he was just like, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back home, and I'm gonna pay off my dad's truck. And he was all happy. He was like, yeah, my dad don't know about it, da-da-da. And I'm like, wait a minute, because your mom asks you for money all the time. You seem like you have an attitude when you got to give your mom money. But he doesn't, you, of course, do that in front of his mom. But, he's just like, well, she asks me for money all the time. Like, it's like all the time thing. I basically take care of my mom. But my dad never asked me for anything. He had a couple $1,000s he still owed on the truck. I'm just going to go ahead and pay it off. And I'm like, well, why are you so willing to pay off your dad's truck, but you get kind of an annoyance when it's your mom? And he was like, oh, I don't know. He was like, maybe it's just, a guy and their dad is a different kind of bond. And I'm like, okay, so your mom mainly raised you. I mean, of course, he still knew his dad. Of course, he still talked to his dad, but his mom mainly raised him. But he would still do shit that he knew he would get in trouble for with his mom. And I'm like, did you get spankings? He was like, yeah, my mom used to whoop my ass. He was like, but it's a whooping. He's like, it's... women's hands don't hit you as hard as men's hands hit you. And he's like, so if I knew that if I knew that my curfew is at 10 and I come walking in the house at 1, okay, I just know I'm gonna get an ass whooping, and it is what it is, or I may get grounded and I have to think, okay, was it worth it? And I don't understand, because I was never that kid. Like, if I knew I was gonna get my ass whooped, I'm not a fan of whoopings. Like, I'm not. So he was like, one time,
tested the waters.
not until I was about 18.
That's not testing the waters. You're a grown ass person.
Okay, well then no. I don't like trouble. I don't like getting in trouble. I don't like spankings. I don't like disappointing my family. Like, and even when I did disappoint, it really didn't sit well with me. Like, for example, when me and you broke up and people had their opinions, I didn't like being in the middle. Oh, well, if I took you back, or if we got back together, then the other side would feel this way, and if I didn't, my kids may feel, it's a whole big thing. So anyway, so I didn't like disappointing my family, because I am the youngest one, and everybody had their hand, or so they thought, in raising me or whatever, being there for me. And I didn't like disappointing those people who was always there. Now, him, on the other hand, he was just like, oh, well, it's the ass whooping. Was it worth it? Hell yeah. If I knew I'm going to come home with the ass whooping, I'm going to make sure that it's worth it, or whatever. And I was like, okay, so your dad didn't give you a spanking? And he was just like, my dad smacked me one time. He was like, I was 12, and I got caught stealing from a store. And I was like, well, that must have been one hell of a smack, because you remember, he was like, well, I had money in my pocket. I just didn't feel like spending my money on that. And I got in trouble, and, and he hauled off, and he smacked the shit out of me for basically stealing for fucking nothing. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So he was like, I stole again, but I knew not to get caught, because I didn't want to get smacked by my dad. And I'm just like, well, that's just so weird. He was just like, a man is different than a woman. He was like, you're not trying to make it a man-woman thing. It's just that you got that stronger man that, is in your life, and things like that is different. So going back to your question, I know I'm a little long-winded. Sorry. Going back to the question, is just that if I'm raising a man, I don't know how to be a man. I can tell you everything from a woman's point of view, but I don't know how a man is going to act. I don't know how they're going to feel. I don't know their rationality about things. Now, some things I can understand as far as a man, or have a man's mind about, but I'm not a man, so I'm not going to know every single thing. So a woman who has to raise little boys into grown men, they're doing their best. And I feel like that's where they become the mother and the father, because they have to teach them about father shit. They got to teach them about wet dreams, and when penis get hard, what you're supposed to do, or how you got to aim to piss in the toilet, or how, you can treat them you can teach them how to treat a woman, because you are a woman, but you can't teach them how to be a man per se. You can only do your best. And I feel like when you're stepping into a man's role, you are becoming the mother and the father. So I don't disagree with it. I do kind of disagree when the guys are trying to be there, when they're trying to get their kids, but then the women be like, you got another bitch, so you can't see the kids. You being vindictive. That don't got shit to do with you. That has something to do with you, maybe you and your feelings, but that has nothing to do with the churn.
Right.
And I never understood someone trying to take advantage of the guy because you're hurt. And we have been in that situation, and just because I was upset with you, that never meant that you could not come and see your kids at all. We made these kids together, so they're half yours, and I'm tired. Come take these little churns.
I mean, sometimes I come and watch the kids there, and while you go out.
Yeah.
So
So
I never had that issue. Well, I think we've talked about this before and everything, but I still disagree with you. I agree with you all the way up into the point where you say they become the father and the mother. I think they just
step into a father's role.
I agree with that. It's kind of like I look at it like this, and this is the best example I can think of right now. It's a sports analogy, of course.
Oh Lord.
Let's say you're on the football team and you play linebacker, which is on defense, right? Sure. Now let's say our running back is hurt. The best person we think that can fill that person's slot for this game is you. You're the linebacker, though. So we're gonna put you in the running back role. You're gonna run some plays as a running back. When they ask you what your role is on that team, are you gonna say I'm the running back? No, you're gonna say I'm the linebacker. I did play running back for that one game, for that one situation. I did play running back for that one game, but I'm not a running back. I'm a linebacker.
Yeah, but you played a running back for that one game. Right. But if you play a linebacker and a running back all the games,
right,
then that is also your job. If when the Saints come out and you do some linebacker shit and you do some running back shit every single game of every single year, that is also your job.
Now, right, I get what you're saying. So then that brings me to the polishing point, the point that polishes off my whole soliloquy.
Oh shit!
I'm pretty sure without looking it up. I'm pretty sure without looking it up, a father is defined as a male parent. Correct?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure without looking it up, a mother is defined as a female parent. So therefore, even using the term running back, linebacker, you technically can't play running back because you are not a male parent. I get it that you may be getting the ball handed off to you and stuff like that, but you're not a running back because you're not a male parent. You're not a father because you're not a male parent. I understand if you're a mother doing both roles, and that's fine to say, I'm a mother doing both roles. I'm doing everything. I'm a super mom. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. But you can't, and especially, and it's like one thing to say I'm the mom and the dad. It's another thing to come out on Father's Day and say, I deserve goddamn happy Father's Day to me because I'm the mother and the dad. So it's like, it's lines. It's like you step over a line by saying I'm the dad too, when technically you don't have a penis, which makes you a male. But this day and age, you can get one if you want. We don't judge.
We don't judge.
So you cross that line saying that I'm a father as well. Then you cross that line again, even more on Father's Day coming out. It's like,
I kind of get it. Like let you guys celebrate your day.
Let those guys, I get it.
Yeah.
And in all actuality, if you have a deadbeat ass nigga in your life, or not in your life, in your kid's life or whatever, I understand that. I understand how frustrating that is, and I understand the struggle and how hard it is to get through that on a daily basis. My mom went through that too. My mom didn't have my father there or my stepfather there at a certain point in time. So she did a lot to take care of me. And I understand that. And so I'm definitely sympathetic and empathetic to that situation. I've never heard my mom refer to herself as the dad as well. I just never heard her say that. She's a single mom. She's doing the best that she can do physically, financially, and thing like that. So I'm definitely sympathetic to that fact. And ladies, you are appreciated, and it is recognized how strong, especially our black sisters, it is recognized how strong you guys are, how much you guys have to do, how much hurdles you have to go over, all of the the stereotypes you have to deal with, all of the hardships that you have to face just being black and a woman on top of that. You know, I understand those things. But in situations like this, you just let those ones that are stand-ups, because you got to know some. You got to know some. Like, I know that the father of your kids may be an ain't shit ass motherfucker, but there's got to be some good guys in your life.
Right.
That you know. So just let those dudes live on that day.
Right.
Let those dudes live on that day. You can even say, shout out to all of the good fathers out there. My baby daddy ain't shit. But nonetheless, all of the good fathers out there, you know, y'all continue, have y'all good day.
You know, looking at it from that point of view, I can understand what you're saying. Like, even though I'm saying that they're stepping into the role, that Father's Day is still not your day, though.
Right.
Father's Day is for those that do step up and take care of it. So I can definitely agree where you're going as far as Father's Day. And there are a lot of great guys. Like, I'm so happy that our family is able to get past that generational curse, because your mom was a single mom and she had your dad and the stepdad that weren't there sometimes, and my mom was a single parent because my dad wasn't there, you know, for a good chunk of the time. But then all of her children, they have spouses, and we all have children, and every one of our spouses are there. So, like, you know, me and you, and then you got my brother's sister and her husband, and then you got my brother and his wife. Every one of her grandchildren has a 2-parent household.
Right.
And so that generational curse is gone. And I pray that for my children and my nieces and nephews, that they will also find true love and continue, you know, the blessings and have it trickle down. But, you know, I understand. I get where you're coming from.
You know, I seen the craziest shit on Facebook one day.
What's that?
This girl said, quote, "I really wish we could pick our baby daddies."
I saw that too.
You saw that shit?
And I just thought that was the funniest shit in the world, because I was kind of confused, and I read it like 3 times, and I'm like, does she not know that you can pick your baby daddies? Like, if you didn't give up, if you did not spread the lily for this ancient motherfucker, he was not able to deposit his DNA into your egg to make that baby.
I think she doesn't understand the concept of
Sex?
like
Reproduction?
Yes, reproduction or something like that. Like, I don't think I'm guessing she meant she wishes she could change her baby daddies.
Maybe she meant like, okay, I done had sex
like
with like
afterwards
3 dudes, and these other 2 dudes ain't have shit to deposit in me, but now we got this ain't shit dude with the big ass dick that lived down the street with his mama. Oh, that was the one. That was the swimmer that caught the egg. Like, you need to be more
ladies,
careful with who you spreading the lily for.
You can definitely pick your baby daddy. Okay.
Yes.
Fellas, you can definitely pick your baby mama.
You know what? I think that's so funny, because around that time, dudes and women, especially women though, they be so fucking mad. They be like, oh my gosh, my baby daddy ain't shit. And he be like, my baby mama ain't shit. Like, and I'm like, y'all are so angry, but it's like y'all were angry at 3:00 in the morning when y'all was getting that drunk sex and doing it and doing it and doing it.
Call me Zaddy.
She wally. You know, it won't nothing like that. When you see, if y'all would have got to know each other, you would have known that he was an ain't shit person and he ain't had no dreams and goals. And if you would have got to know each other, you would know that she ain't nothing but a big button smile. Like, she ain't got nothing going for her. So on your table, you bring your career and your house and your car, and all she bring is some twerking and a big button to smile. You would have known this bitch ain't got nothing to put on this damn table. Fuck this bitch. Like, she may be cute, but she ain't got nothing. Or, you know, you got your career as women, and you got your house and your car, and you doing it for yourself because you an independent woman in America. Or not even America, because, you know, we got them international listeners. But, you know, and then you just see him, and you see Joe or Jacques or whomever, and you like, oh, he fine as shit. But if you would have had a full-on conversation, just because his dick go to his knees don't mean that, you know, he was able to not do the PlayStation during the day while you at work. You know, like, you need to find out what they have brought to the table. So, we
need to choose wisely. I encourage more people to choose wisely and make those decisions. Practice safe sex. Mm-hmm. But, you know, because we live in a free world. We live in a free world. And nowadays, people gonna have sex. So
gotta not
I'm not
get
gonna
caught
tell
up.
you. I'm not gonna tell you to save yourself for marriage because I don't necessarily believe in that.
I do, even
But-
though I didn't.
Right. But practice safe sex. Make sure you choose the right partner. And when I say partner, I don't just mean sexual partner. I mean somebody that you're gonna partner for life. Because when you're parents, you're supposed to be partners. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to, no matter what it is, whether you're together or whether you're not. One of the most beautiful things in this world is co-parenting.
Yes.
I love seeing people that were not able to make it work in a relationship together, but they damn sure make it work as parents.
Always there for their children. And it's
Always
regardless of what the fuck you do, I know that I'm going to be there.
Right.
But going back off of what you said, like, you're absolutely right, safe sex and, save yourself. All I do know is there is plenty of ways to prevent a pregnancy.
Yes.
It's when you get sloppy and you slip up. Now, there's been plenty of times back in the day, y'all heard some of my little stories when I was out here doing me. Never once did I get caught up until I messed this one, because he just was a little different, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But, when you're out there just playing the field or playing the game or whatever you want to call it, you sowing some oats or whatever, there's plenty of ways of you not to get pregnant. And that's why they got contraceptives, they got dental dam, they got all these things in place. Yes, it takes a little bit more work. Yes, maybe you shouldn't be spreading the lily or slinging that thing to everybody. You're absolutely right. But if that's what you choose to do,
that might mean that you might be right down in the smack dab in the heat of some shit and you ain't got no rubber. And you gotta stop to go get some shit.
Yes, or you better go and do some dental dam or do whatever you have to do. There's other ways. But yes, you may have to set the mood again. You may have to run to the store and then you got to start all over from square one. I mean, but if you're trying to get that pussy or if you're trying to get the D, then you're going to have to do what you got to do. Or look at that person square in the face and be like, do I really want to deal with your ass for the next 18 to the rest of my life years on this planet? And if the answer is no, then you got to do what you have to do. You have to be smarter.
Yes.
And that's why you got to have the rubbers and you got to do whatever you got to do. But see, that's why you got to make sure if you know as a man or a woman that you about to go club, you be like, I'm fucking something tonight. I don't recommend that you have that mindset, but we all been there. If that's the case and you like, yeah, something about to get spread tonight and it ain't going to be on the sandwich. Okay, cool. If that's how you feel, then okay, got my keys, check. I'm smelling good, check. Do I got my rubbers? If that is not a check,
you need to
go ahead
check
and hit that
into a
store.
Goddamn Circle K.
Yes, or a QT or a 7-Eleven or wherever they sell contraceptives,
Right.
and you need to go get you one. And women, you do not have to wait for the dude, because as you know, my little bag of condoms that I got from my uncle.
Actually suggest that women have their own ones.
Yes, but do you know how surprised a man is when you pull out a condom though? They be like, oh damn, patting the pockets. I ain't got the rubbers. Oh, it's okay. I got one. They look at you like, what the fuck do you just carry right? First of all, don't look at me like that. Because I'm just prepared. No, not you. I'm talking about in the scenario. Like, I'm just prepared. Women, you got to be prepared because they will use that. I ain't got that condom line quick.
Niggas is weird if they are offended, appalled, or thrown off by the fact that a woman has a condom.
Well, that just makes them feel.
Themselves?
Well, no, that makes them feel like, well, damn, you ain't just fucking me, bitch. No,
Does it fucking matter?
but some niggas getting their feelings. I mean, come on.
But them having condom doesn't mean that they not just fucking you.
Yeah, but I mean, if you get an insecure ass bitch
That's what I'm saying. Niggas is
person,
weird.
they will. They be like,
Niggas
you
is
ain't just
weird.
fucking me. I'm not having sex no more. I feel violated. Whatever the case. But women, you should definitely have some contraceptives of your own. Mm-hmm. And they make condoms for women and they make things like this. Do your research. If you're going to be out there fucking and sucking, make sure that you're protected. That's all I got to say. And we're not putting nobody down. Shoot, I was there, but you have to be smart.
Yeah.
If not, you're going to have a baby or a disease. Yeah. And some of that shit you can't cure.
And like I said, like I was trying to say, just, practice safe sex. Make better choices at who you want to conceive with or who you want to risk conceiving with. Because I just want us to have more double parent households, mm-hmm. 2-parent households. I want us to get along with each other more because the kids need that.
Yes.
And that's why the kids need that. The kids need that peace. They need that togetherness no matter what's going on. You just create a cycle when you dealt with your parents not being together and they ain't like each other and they was always arguing and this, that, and that, and third, and then you turn around and have kids with somebody that you ain't that fond of, and
Now
then
your
y'all can't
kids
get
got that
along,
life.
and then your kids
Yeah.
got the same life that you had, and then they grow up and they continue the cycle. You have to realize that what makes us who we are is the experiences we have. So if you take your kids through those experiences, those same experiences that made you the way you are, they're probably going to be the same way.
And I love it when people grow up and they be like, I don't want that household for my
Yes.
children. And even though, and I don't down either one of our moms because shit happens and some things are out of your control and you may have thought that motherfucker was somebody different, and then once y'all got together and y'all may have got married, this bitch turned into somebody else. Okay, I get that. And that is definitely not your fault. But I like the fact that on both of their sides that their grandchildren have two-parent households. And I really appreciate that with all of us. And for all of the two-parent households. And that's whether you're together or not. Like, you are there for the child. And let's not forget, bonus parents can be the shit. Like, when you got, like, me and you may not have worked out, but, I found a new dude and you found a new woman who love your children just as much. Them Facebook little videos where the kid may not, the dad may not have been in their life, but then the mom found somebody else and that guy stepped in and they have been everything to that child, and then they go and they be like, oh, well, you adopt me, and then the dad cry and stuff. Oh, my gosh. Who don't be like... It's so beautiful. And I don't cry over a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But that shit, those videos, and when the people come home from the military and they surprise them and people be crying, those videos, they make me tear up all the time. But, bonus parents are the shit too. And if you and your dude got somebody else in your lives and they both are amazing in that child's life, that child now has 4 parents. That's extra love. So we're not saying that you have to be together and you have to make it work, but just, everybody just be there for the child, because that'll instill some good stuff into the children.
And another thing, this goes for men and women. Most of the time, it's normally the women that are in the position of power in this situation. You might have a baby father that is not financially helping you provide for the kids. That does, to me, that does not mean that you should not allow that father to be in the kids' lives.
Right.
If he lazy, he won't get no job. He behind on child support. All of that stuff, that to me still does not give you a reason to deny the kids from having time with their father. If he wants to spend time with his kids, but he lazy as fuck and he ain't got no job, he ain't got no money, that is what it is. Like I said, people, you're going to make a mistake. You just got to realize that you have to live with the mistake and you have to do what's best for the most important thing, which is the kids.
Right.
So, I know that may be an unpopular opinion. Some people may feel...
It is very unpopular. Some people be like, well, he ain't got that money. That door ain't going to open for the churn. I don't necessarily feel that way. And I'll go back to when we and you broke up. And... When we had first broke up and you moved out of the house, it was definitely something like, oh, well, put them on papers right now. Go do it. We're going to the courthouse on Monday. I don't necessarily agree with putting a person on papers if they are willing to try. Now, yes, papers are there for a reason. If the dude ain't doing what he's supposed to do and you need financial assistance and you need help from them, most definitely. And I'm not saying that I had all the money and that I was just like, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to be financially stable. Absolutely not. But if we had a conversation and we was like, okay, well, me and you not going to work out, whatever, but... we still got bills together, so I need you to help me on half of those, and then I'm going to need X amount of money every 2 weeks for kid expenses. For kid expenses. Not mine, not my expenses, not to get my hair done, not to get my nails done. For kid expensive, they may need shoes, they may need clothes, or if you can't help me with that, I need you to get them on every other weekend or whatever the case may be. But if you guys can work it out and have a conversation and that that's what I expect or that's what you expect, then let's just do that. Why do we have to get the court involved?
Because once you get those people involved,
they are involved.
They in control.
Yes.
They don't stop until they want to stop, and that's the way that is.
Yep. So, but I don't, I don't put anybody past it, because sometimes, women be like, I'm not even going to deal with it, but they get absolutely nothing. They don't get no time from the man. They don't get the man picking the churn up.
Right.
anything. So, I understand why people would do, things. But if you don't have to, then don't. And I know one thing, I didn't like Verse for a long time. I thought he was black son of a bitch. I couldn't stand his black ass. Like I was like, Lord, do we really need him on the earth? And he must smite him, Lord. All of that. I couldn't stand Verse for a long time. But my children loved him, and that is my children's dad. So we have to coexist. And I didn't talk to him unless it was something about the churn, and vice versa. He didn't necessarily talk to me unless it was something about the kids and things like that. And we, when he was ready to get the churn, you're more than welcome. Here are the kids, whatever. So, sometimes you just got to do that until you get over your own feelings and your own whatever's going on inside of your mind. And then where y'all can be able to talk and have family outings and things like that, to do it together. But other than that, it's about the kids. Right. It's not about you and your feelings.
Agreed.
But we so had other things that we were supposed to talk about, and we did not get to it today.
Nope. Well, that's good. Because I have something that I wanted to talk to you about, and then the other thing that we said we were going to discuss. So now we have material for another episode.
But I want to know what the other thing you wanted to say.
I'll tell you about it.
Okay.
I'll tell you about it. So yeah, we're going to have to let everybody go.
Well, happy late Father's Day to all the amazing, great fathers out there. And when I was saying happy Father's Day to people, I realized I know a lot of nice, strong men that are there. Like, when you really start to think about it, like, not only their spouses, but we are blessed to see this and have friends and family who are there, nice, strong, intelligent men who are raising their children. So I applaud you guys, and I'm very thankful for you in raising great children that have honor, respect, and discipline and everything. So I appreciate all of you guys, all of the fathers.
We appreciate y'all that
got
badass kids too. We appreciate y'all. Y'all badass.
Yeah, because you know what? Sometimes it's not your fault that your child is bad. Like, we discipline our kids, and still I'd be like, God damn it, what the hell? Like, what are we doing wrong? So, sometimes your kid is bad because they got a fucking personality of their damn own. And you know what? We can't say bad. It ain't like they knocking over liquor stores. Right. Sometimes they just be not listening, jumping on the couch when they shouldn't be.
Even though Bruh me was just talking about robbing banks. But, yeah. We gotta get out of here, babe.
You can't just say that and then leave. Okay, well, that's fine. Well, thank you guys for coming over. We definitely do appreciate you. Sorry that it took so long. We was dealing with life. But we appreciate you for always rocking out with us.
Thank you,
rocking
guys.
out with your genitals out, because I can't say cocks out because not everybody got cocks.
Right. Right. We're gonna leave with love.
Oh, yeah.
I want to just say, I guess, sticking to the theme, I love how great of a mother you are. I love that you are willing to take on responsibilities, even if they're responsibilities that may normally be for the man. I just love that you're a great mother, and I love the fact that I ended up with you as a co-parent, as a partner in parenting these children. Couldn't have had anybody better.
Well, I would have to agree with that. You ain't gonna find another like me.
Short and simple, baby.
Well, me living with love. Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I love how great of a father you are, and that even when we didn't work out in the back in the day areas in our lives, you were still there for your children. You still watched out for them. You still loved them. You still provided for them. And it was all about them. And then when we decided, get our shit together, and we ended up getting back together, you're just an all-around different person, and it's for the better, and it's great and wonderful. And I just think that you're amazing, and I have to applaud who you are. And I know I keep saying I love the person you are now. I love the person you are now. It's only because it was a lot of times where, even though you were still loving, you were so great, the relationship, you never know how much better your relationship can get until it's better. Like, if all you know is heartache and sadness, not saying that that's the way that we work, because it absolutely is not. But if all you know is heartache and sadness, when you do find something that's different, you're like, God damn, it's different. Or if all you drunk was Kool-Aid and then someone give you a fresh glass of water, you just like, oh shit, this is water. Like, when you find something that's better, you realize how much better it is. And then you look at your old situation and be like, oh, well, it could have been this. So not saying that our relationship was that bad. It wasn't, but I'm so grateful and glad for the person that you are now. And I can't help but celebrate you, you know. And also, you just got this wonderful ass for days. I just be like, oh my gosh, I appreciate you and your ass because it's just wonderful and amazing. So soft and great and lovely. So I just love you, baby. And I'm going to leave with love for you and that rump roast in the back. I want to touch it right now. Let me touch it, baby.
No.
You don't get up, shake it.
No.
Don't break it.
So yeah, well, part of what you were saying about the
Mm.
person that I've become, the person I am today, and that's why I always tell people, don't let nobody tear you down about your past, because going through what you went through is what made you the person that you are today.
And I also can't stand when people say that people don't change. People absolutely do change, and I can't say that
everybody changes.
That's only for you. That's for me as well. And that's one thing that I have told people, that when they're like, oh, well, you know, you guys got back together, it wasn't all you. I needed to change my mind frame as well. So people in general change. Mm-hmm. If you got two caterpillars and one turned into a butterfly, and then the other caterpillar looking at the butterfly like, ugh, you changed. Motherfucker, we all supposed to change. Mm-hmm. You supposed to change, but your ass still a damn rusty, crusty ass caterpillar.
Walking around.
Exactly. Looking at the butterflies like, look at you niggas. Like, no, that's what we're all supposed to do.
Don't matter, that's because you ain't flying.
So, you know, don't say a person cannot change. Maybe you're just not the person to change them. You have to want to change for yourself before you're able to. I can't make you change, but once you realize like, oh, well, this is not what I'm supposed to do, I need to do this, you will.
Listen, paraphrase. When I was younger, when I was a child, I did childish things. I did participate in childish things. When I got older, I put those childish ways behind me.
Better speak that Bible, baby.
You know what I'm saying? And on that note, we are going to get out of here. I am VA Verse. Across from me, I am Podcast Poppy. By the way,
that's because he got 5711 fucking podcasts, so he's now Podcast Poppy around this bitch. You don't talk about calling Podcast Poppy, really?
Yeah, you have to call me that during. I'm tearing it up. Yeah. Anyway,
as long as you shake that ass first, baby.
Wow. Anyways, I am Podcast Poppy. Across from me is the wonderful, eloquent, lovely, beautiful, smiling as usual, pretty faced it, big boob.
Okay, we're not doing that. You are listening to For Better or Worse. Thank you guys for coming over.
See y'all next week. Oh, I ain't even got the music queued up.
Wait to go. That means I can talk more about that booty. That booty.
The booty Judy.
Yeah. Big booty Justin.
All right, guys. See y'all later. This is a wrap.